What's up everybody, this is DeanogTO and today we're looking at the Panzer 7. So, I literally just got this thing moments ago. I've just finished the Panzer, the VK4502B's grind and just sold it because, well, I had 5 million credits and I needed a million more credits in order to buy the Panzer 7. So I figured, why not, and just kind of got it because, well, why not, as I said. So this thing here is pretty interesting actually. Let's just take a look at it in comparison to some of my other tier 10 heavy tanks. I think I only have the one more actually thinking about it. Oh, never mind, I forgot I had the Super Conqueror and the other one as well. This thing doesn't have any equipment on, so I'm not really going to compare it to this. So in comparison to the IS-4, it has exactly the same penetration. It has, wow, a significantly worse rear to fire. In terms of DPM, there's about 300 less DPM on Panzer 7. It's actually got 1 degree more gun depression, which is a surprise. Has a slightly better aiming time, although I should just point out Panzer 7 does not have as good a crew as the IS-4. In terms of health, exactly the same health. Panzer 7 is nearly double the weight of the IS-4. Holy crap. In terms of mobility, really not that. It's actually not too bad considering it's a 120 ton tank. And the base view range, well, is that the base view range? Hang on, let me check. Oh no, that's not the base view range. Base view range is 400 meters on this thing. I think it's 390. No, it's 400 on this as well. Never mind. So, pleasantly surprised by how well this thing actually stacks up to my OPIS4. Because my IS4 has like a really, really good crew and, well, pretty much my favorite tier 10 heavy tank. That's why I still own it in comparison to all the others that I've had. That I've sold, like the IS-7, the Mouse, the 100, and the other one. What was the other one? I'm not sure there was another one. Oh yeah, T125. I sold that as well because T125 I thought was boring. So let's jump into the Panzer 7 and see how it handles. So CM alpha damage is a Yag Tiger, just with 20 less pen, and it's on a heavy tank rather than being on a tank destroyer. So, this is going to be interesting. All 3 tier 10 German heavy tanks are on my team. That's an interesting one. Let's see. What's the best bet for this game here? I have 7 degrees of gun depression, which is actually surprisingly good. I didn't actually realize it was as good as that. I thought it was 6 degrees for some reason, but 7 degrees is actually a lot better than I was expecting. So, let's see. Pretty interesting looking vehicle. I think it looks cool for the most part. And it's also massive. I mean, let's see what's the gun elevation like. Elevation's okay for the most part. And let's just see what the gun depression looks like. Wow, it actually depresses a lot further than I was expecting. Holy shit. I was expecting it to depress a bit, but I wasn't expecting it to depress that much. Also, I was kind of expecting it to have one of those things where it... Oh. Am I seeing like, yep, oh there it is there. There is a slight bump. You see that? So there's 7 degrees. And I think that's less. Okay, so directly over the front it has less gun depression than it does to the sides. See that? It's like forcing me to like raise the gun up when you get over the front of the tank. I think it must be the viewports doing that. I don't think like in the very center of the vehicle that actually does that as well, or I could be wrong on that too. Nope, it seems to just be across the entire front where those viewports are. Actually, you know what, it could be these things here combined with the viewports that's doing that. So yeah, I'm actually thinking about why am I going over here. I should probably change my position. Kind of brain far there because I'm so focused on the gun depression. I guess it's probably about 5 or 6 degrees to the area which is getting kind of screwed over by the viewports and stuff. And I think I'm going to cross over here because why the hell not? Also, this thing is a pretty uncommon vehicle, so people do not know where to shoot it. So it's kind of an interesting scenario with this vehicle, so let's see. I will admit though, I do not like the big ammo box things on the side of the turret. That looks really weird to me. I don't really like it very much. It doesn't really look right to me. Because this thing is essentially like another version of the Lova, and in my opinion it should have just looked like kind of like the Lova to an extent, instead of having these weird looking, I think they're supposed to be ammo boxes, but they're really just bizarre looking. Also, no, I don't think anybody's noticed the TVP, never mind. I was missing, I don't think anybody's noticed that guy, but he's dead. So, let's see, I don't really want to go head to head with the Death Star because, well, whereas I don't think he can pen me, he will still do a significant amount of damage from shooting me in the face, so I'm just like, why take the damage? Pretty much. So, yeah. This thing does have like 280 effective armor on the front, so let's just see how well that is actually able to cope with probably, bad guess, an E100 Fahrenheit, because that's just what E100s do. So let's see what happens with this. Up, A100 is being clever. I wonder, does he know that this is a weak point? Also, I'm actually being genuinely surprised by how hard that is actually to hit. Oh! E100 using the 120th. I didn't realize. Huh. I guess I couldn't really see his gun considering he was behind a tree. Ah, damn it, really? Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised he was able to actually pen me like that. There it is. He does have that little bar on the top. Wow, really? He's able to penetrate my lower front plate really easily. Also, AP rounds too. Right, so lower front plate pretty weak. Good to know. From what I'd read about this machine, like this thing was supposed to be really good at tanking shots to the face, like from the front. But it seems like this thing is a side scraper, not very good at taking shots from angles that are outside the side scraping angle. Hopefully we're able to focus fire on this mouse, because this mouse has made a bit of a mistake. These guys are asking me to fall back, however that's kind of difficult considering the situation that I'm in. And the amount of tanks that are looking at me, however that STRV-103B managed to thread the needle with that shot, which is pretty incredible actually. Let's see, let's go for the lower front plate on this guy. It's weird that gives me a yellow penetration mark, and wow, this armor is really holding up. I'm pleasantly surprised so far. Although, well actually I was about to say these guys are firing AP, never mind, the mice are not firing AP. They're definitely not, oh no, that's Death Star. I didn't realize there was Death Star there until it was a little bit too late, and I forgot I cannot pan the mouse at that sort of angle. So let's just go point blank range, raise the gun, and block a shot by doing that. Now, time to finish off the mouse. That went really well actually, huh. 5,000 damage blocked, I'm not going to complain about that. Lower front plate, did find out that was weak, but for the most part, tanked really well. Amazingly well, actually. I didn't expect it to be able to just tank shots as well as that. Like, people were just struggling to deal with me. That was actually really a surprise, huh. Because if you don't know where to shoot these things, if you see one side scraping, this is just the easy weak point to shoot. If you can see this area, you're pretty much guaranteed to pin every single shot you fire. So yeah, that's a pretty easy to exploit weak point, and kind of an area which kind of flaws the overall armor profile of this vehicle. However, it seems like this vehicle is on the tier where it's so rare that people don't seem to know about that. Like, this vehicle is never seen, and I think most people can agree with that. Like, I have seen in the past 6 months since this tank was introduced, I have probably, well, not including the first like month, because the first month of this thing being introduced, there was obviously a lot more about, because more people were trying to ace it and trying to like get like every tank in the game aced. You know, those guys are obsessed with doing that there. On this thing here, I think I have seen about probably about 50 total in the 6 months this thing's been out, not including the first month, because this thing is just never seen. It's such a rare vehicle, and that's honestly part of the reason that I just kind of decided one day just go and kind of go, you know what, I kind of want a Panzer 7, and then went for it, got the BKB back. I actually kind of enjoyed the VKB grind. I expected it to be a nightmare since they nerfed it. Because the 200mm of overall frontal armor on that thing was a little bit extreme. Just a little bit extreme, because it was just tanking all of the hits and not taking any damage from anything, so it was kind of insane. So yeah, it made sense for them to nerf it. Let's see. Oh, there's a Leopard 1, WZ-132. Can I see this guy? I can. Accuracy on this gun is not bad either. What the fuck was that noise? A weird noise. I have no clue what that was. It was like a beeping noise. What the fuck? Let's see. So, what we're going to do now? So, probably should angle to the side a little bit so I have a little bit extra gun depression. If that T-54 is able to spot, I may be able to get another shot into something. But yeah, that 560 Alpha is pretty damn devastating. So this is what this thing's go. Okay, so to put this in perspective, this is the same alpha damage as the new French Tier 10 heavy tanks top gun, like the high alpha gun. So that's what this is going to feel like on this tank, or on that tank. Sorry. Right, so that's actually going to be pretty damn devastating. I didn't actually think there was going to be that much of a difference between 490 and 560. You can really feel that alpha damage disparity. Whenever you hit somebody with this gun, they feel it. Like, there's no way they're just gonna, like, there's no way you're gonna low roll to under 300 or to under 400 damage like you can with 128s. I rolled for 390 damage the other game, like one of my last games in the VKB. 390 damage with a 128mm gun. I was just like, are you shitting me? Oh, there's a T7. Go for the tracks. Missed the tracks. Whoa, 626 damage. Holy shit. That was a bit of a monster hit, wasn't it? Fucking hell. And by the way, I haven't driven this thing, like, pretty much ever. I drove this thing on the test server when it was initially supposed to be coming out. Didn't drive it ever since. And this guy, I don't think understands, like, my tank. He's just kind of looking at me. Oh no, he's gonna do a lot of damage to me now. What the f... Okay, T-57, I'm gonna push you back towards my allies. I'm gonna try and get you killed. Hopefully someone can kill the 65T. Someone like shoot this guy, that'd be nice, because I really can't turn around to deal with the 65T. I'm just bullying this guy at this point. Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't turn around to deal with the 65T, because I was well aware that that guy was going to reload. And when he reloaded, he was going to do a shit ton of damage to me. So E75, you're now facing the front of my tank, not the rear. So let's see how confident you are now, mate. Okay, so it looks like they're all looking to challenge me. Let's see how well they're able to cope with my armor. This is actually proven to be a really interesting vehicle to play. I actually like this thing. So far, I've only played 2 games of it. Like, this has literally been my first game and my second game full on. Like, I have nearly no experience in this vehicle outside the test server. I played like 3 games in the test server and that was it. But this thing seems to be a bit of a monster. Holy shit. Like, wow, I was able to hold out against all those tanks rushing into me, and I'm still alive. I still have health. I still have 730 health. I can still tank a hit from any of the tanks remaining on the enemy team with ease. I think I'm gonna like this tank. Which is actually kind of a surprise. I was fully expecting to sort of hate this machine, I'm not gonna lie. I really wasn't sure what to expect because it's just such an unseen machine, like no one plays this thing. But I think that might be part of the reason why I'm enjoying it at the moment, because like no one knows how to fight these things. I'm gonna fire a random shot over there. Let's see, so Scorpion G, where's the Scorpion G likely to be? He does have the same guns as an E75. Oh, Scorpion G is literally right there. That's an unexpected location. Ah, for fuck's sake. One shot I've snapshot is the one shot I miss. Of course, because RNG. So, let's just look around and see if we can find this Leo 1, hunt him down, and get rid of him. So that would have been potentially a 4,000 damage game if I had managed to hit that shot on that Scorpion G instead of snapshotting him, because I was fearing that somebody else was going to kill him before I got the shot off. See, can I see this guy? Nope, no shot. Ah well, he's dead. Not a bad game actually, kinda happy with that. 3,396 damage. Dealt with a full-on assault of like 4 enemy tanks. Did have backup from my team, admittedly. Didn't take on them all on my own, but pretty interesting actually. Steel wall, as you probably expect considering, well, the tank I'm driving. But yeah, so far, seems like a pretty interesting vehicle. So far I'm thinking this thing could potentially be... should I play one more? Wait, this has been going for, apparently, according to this, like 25 minutes. I maybe should stop. Should I play one more? Should I not? I'm genuinely trying to think whether or not I should or not. Like, the accuracy on this thing is actually one of the points which has genuinely surprised me. 0.35 is better than I was expecting for a gun of this magnitude. I mean, the base accuracy is 0.37, that's better than the IS-4's. The aiming time is significantly better than the IS-4's, 0.3 seconds better. Like, the only reason why my accuracy isn't better than the IS-4's is because the IS-4 has no OP crew. So, yeah. That's my first 2 games in the Panzer 7. So far, seems like a pretty solid vehicle, and it's actually got really, really decent armor. Thankfully, no one knows about the obvious weak points. Well, I said they're obvious weak points. I only know they're obvious because I looked at the VK 7201 the first time I ever met a VK 7201K. I immediately looked up the weak points of it, trying to figure out how to kill them because I couldn't kill it the game I ran into it in. So I knew off by heart the weaknesses of this vehicle as soon as it came out. So yeah. So let me know what you guys think of this vehicle. I think it's so far pretty cool. I'm actually pretty glad I picked it up because no one seems to know this machine, which is really interesting actually. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.